Lawmakers pass vote of no confidence on service chiefs as they summon President Muhammadu Buhari. I'm Linda Akibe, and you're welcome to the Gavel. The persistent insecurity in the country has been a hot topic in the National Assembly in the last few days. You get a sense that lawmakers are getting impatient by the failure of security agencies to end the killings in Benue, Zamfara and Taraba states perpetrated by suspected herdsmen and armed bandits. This week alone, about 39 people were killed in Benue State by gunmen, and lawmakers are seeking urgent solutions to these barbaric killings.
The National Assembly has summoned President Muhammadu Buhari to brief a joint session of the Senate and House of Representatives on the incessant killings across the country. Both chambers made this decision on two separate days during the week, after lawmakers mauled the recent killings in Benue State. The issue of national security dominated proceedings on the floor of the House of Representatives as the attention of the House was brought to the recent killings in Benue State by suspected herdsmen.
The attack by alleged army personnel on innocent residents of Naka in Gwe West local government area of Benue State, and the inability of the army and other security agencies to quell the incessant murder of indigents of Benue State by armed herdsmen. The House is alarmed at numerous eyewitness accounts that rampaging Nigerian army personnel on Thursday, the 19th of April 2018, attacked Naka, the headquarters of Gwe West local government area of Benue State, in several Hilux trucks with Nigerian army colors and number plates, wearing military fatigue with name tags, and carrying weapons with Nigerian army inscribed on them.
22 people in my local government of Guma this morning were slaughtered in their sleep around 3 a.m. in the morning. They were killed by herdsmen.
The lawmakers observed a minute's silence for the victims, and the floor opened for reactions by members, with some calling for the removal of the service chiefs.
If we want to have a picture of what 2019 will look like, let us imagine what it will look like. What would the period of the election look like when we have intruders coming in from Libya, as told by our president? When we do not even know what our problems are, when we do not know who the attackers are, when we do not know who is it that is responsible for killings of persons, 75-year-old man, reverend fathers, in bloodshed, killed in their cassock.
Mr. Speaker, these are terrorists that have invaded this country, and they should be declared terrorists, and we should go after them as terrorists.
I urge Mr. President to remove them from office and be replaced, to bring in fresh ideas and strategies to deal with the issue of security that has ravaged this country.
A lawmaker raised a motion to summon President Buhari.
If any member has any question to ask, he can ask Mr. President, because he's our president. He's presiding over Nigeria, and he's the chief security officer of the country. So I move that this House summon Mr. President to appear before us to address security issues and to answer questions from members.
The House also resolved to suspend sitting for 3 days in solidarity with Nigerians over killings across the country.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Nay. The ayes have it.
Meanwhile, in the Senate, federal lawmakers say enough is enough of the killings of Nigerians across the country. The killings of 2 priests and 17 worshippers on April 24th by armed gunmen in Benue State, and the continuous murder of Nigerians either by herdsmen or armed bandits is disturbing to these lawmakers. Lawmakers called for drastic actions to be taken to end the killings.
This latest attack on a worship center, which is most unprecedented in Benue, has very grave implications for the security and unity of our dear nation.
We cannot be here and be saying 1 minute prayer, 2 minutes prayer. It's more than that. It's more than that. Life, you cannot move freely in this country today.
We should assist the federal government to declare state of emergency in all these flashes while we have this insecurity. Probably By the grace of God, we should be able to contain the situation.
Let the president go beyond condemnation of these killings and condolence messages. Let him direct the military to go to Benue State and fish out these killers. He has always promised we'll get to the root of it. Finally, we don't get to the root of it. Let him direct the army and other security agencies to go to Benue and apprehend these people. They are within a territory. They are within a territorial space. And if you choke that place with military personnel, these people will be apprehended.
You rightly observed, then we're talking about herdsmen and farmers. Now we're talking about herdsmen and religious leaders. And we all know that the dimension it is taking, or what they can take from that, can lead to a serious crisis in this country. And it means that we need drastic action. We must say, no, these killings daily has to stop.
The Senate aligned with the resolution adopted by the House of Representatives summoning President Buhari.
Mr. President, one question I want to ask is that we have directorates of security services. We have National Intelligence Agency. We have Military Intelligence Agency. What role are they playing in this issue? What are they doing? Because some of these things should be nipped right in the bud. These guys have a place of meeting. They move from one spot to the other. And they move undetected. I mean, it's quite worrisome. And we must stand up at this time to defend our people. Because people are being killed. Even animals are not are regularly killed as human beings are being killed now. No more premium on human life. No value. We kill people anyhow. Mr. President, for me, I'm rising straight to support what Senator Adoku had just said. We just have to declare state of emergency because there's nothing more to do. And the president himself has gone out of this country to say that this is an invasion from outside the country. So what else are we waiting for? He's the chief executive of this country, and he has said it, which means we're in war. It's a war situation. Every day you kill, now they go to church, slaughter priests, slaughter malams. I mean, it's not acceptable. So I'm saying, I'm standing here to say, look, these states that are involved, and it's been consistent, let's just declare state of emergency. Let the military go in and fight a normal war. It will no more be a guerrilla war. Let it be a normal war so that we can get these people out of the place. Otherwise, we are joking.